this is going to be very hard, very hard for people to accept and eat. But here's a dinner that's not as good as Thanksgiving. Let me explain some from the occultist standpoint, which is the perspective I stand on, and I understand. No one. You have to be born, and something in you has to be able to hear this frequency. So I'm not here to convince anybody of a point of view or debate anybody. But the more we suffer, or the more you see this humanity control slip away from us, that means the more our spiritual prowess is growing. And what you are, as I heard some of what Phil was saying, is greater than atoms in humanity. So that thing that's greater than atoms in humanity, for it to rise, humanity has to suffer. So as odd as it seems, you got to remember, we ran the planet for millions of years. What are you going to do, take over Africa again? First and foremost, you're a universal entity and all things are yours. This entire world is yours. Chinese people are yours. You invented them. You understand what I'm saying? So we have to think bigger. If they regulate us down to this landmass, then you just become another player in the game that you created. You get what I'm saying? So we are doing bigger things. So to be honest, from my perspective, they can have all of that shit, because what we own is endless, forever, has no beginning and no end. It's only up to us to take our birthright. Our birthright is way beyond a continent. The Moors will tell you we were here already. So who are the Olmecs then? You get what I'm saying? Those people in Indus Kush, who are they in India, but not what we now later day call Africans? We the gods and the goddesses. We create universes. This world is just something we pass through. That's the concept of the Masonic traveler. He understands you're passing through this world. You're not. People who take residence here need to figure out how to get Africa back so they could sell more hair weaves than the Chinese people, the niggas. You get what I'm saying? They can figure that out all day. They can figure that out all day. That's people who need to be here and don't know it from who they are in a bigger perspective. Now, I get it. If you figure out a way we can make it easier for ourselves, I'm all in. I'm the first one there. But if we're trying to figure out this big economic takeover and why is it happening, it's happening because your spiritual prowess is growing. But we're just, while some of us are indulging and reaping the benefits from us, which is something that all of us can reap the benefits from, we still have our eye on our human quest. In fact, an inherited human quest that you were signed up for. You didn't come here to do this. You were told this is responsible for you to do as a black person, and all you're really doing is conceptualizing shit. Very few people are going there and doing shit, conceptualizing shit. Well, we'll get it back once we do that. Oh, we'll get the Chinese out if they only did that. And if we did that, that'll happen with that. But nothing's really happening. But what is happening, if you jump on this spiritual shit, what is happening, you'll see some magnificent shit. You will realize and feel magnificent shit. You get into your shit, the world will follow you. You got to understand how they follow us anyway, but we're just doing dumb shit. We made rap music, some of the ignorant born in some of the most ignorant and hard places in this country at the time. And now rap music runs the world. Everyone wants to do it. So they follow us even in our ignorance. So if we become spiritually adept and know who we are as a more holistic spiritual being, the world will follow our lead. So all of those good human things you want will fall into order. They won't fall into order because you're chasing it at the wrong angle of power. The angle of power you're trying to come at is your worst angle. You're trying to be a better human through the vehicle of humanity, and humanity itself is a flaw. You want to become a spiritual being, and your humanity follow your spiritual cue. So if I had to say something was going to save us, you better get into your magic, into your spirituality, into your old ancient science, because that's how you ran the world when you were doing it millions of years. I didn't run the world for millions of years stock up in my DNA all this information only just to run the world again. I'm trying to move on to better things. So from the occultist standpoint, the real answer is, and I know it's hard for some people, is I don't give a fuck what China's doing in Africa. I'm beyond it at this point. In my DNA, I realize what we did there. I reap the benefits because the true book, the true land is in you, where you stand. So what are you doing in your environment? Yes, sir.
Why? The powers that be practice magic. And one of the things I got to tell the whole audience now, when I came to your first lecture that was at the Black Lady Theater, all those so-called witches and warlocks, they came in with some fat wallets and some loaded purses, and they were spending money.
Spending money. Right. Right.
Then I said, okay, all right, so maybe it was just a good day on the lunar calendar. I went to the next event. Same thing happened again. I was like, who is this brother named Panic, and how is he pulling in people from Europe? There was somebody from Alaska.
Right.
I remember last time you was here. There
Alaska.
was people from Alaska that came down, and they were spending. All the vendors basically sold out. What is wrong with the average Negro, and how come there's so many folks bust ass broke and talking about Hotep spirituality?
Because they were the same person before. They didn't find spirituality. They found a new language. They found a new outfit. They found a social group to interact with. So the loser aspect, or if we want to call it that, or the destitute mentality, or this trying to make a dollar, trying to struggle mentality, is something that's been programmed into you. And I teach people how to deprogram themselves from this shit. Abundance is just a choice. So I teach people who want to make that choice, how to make that choice through classes, through books, through teaching around the country, through talking for 10 years on Blog Talk Radio, not just information about your graphic, physiology, lunar, atomic reproduction, DNA, transmorph, genesis, free on related ultimate unification of melanated shit, because none of that's helping people. It sounds deep and it sounds like you're being professional. But what people need is practical solutions, everyday ways to change old fucked up habits that were given through you through your fucking slave chip, through your Willie Lynch chip. That's what you really fight in your psyche. That's what we're doing here. Our psyche is programmed. We need to know and the psyche has a code in mythology called the underworld. So we need to know how to interact in the underworld. What the symbol Osiris is nothing more than your subconscious mind. We need to know how to interact with that. We know how to interact because when you come into the realm of Osiris, you die, you don't have a body, you come into the realm of your true mind. You have access to many lives. But if you hold on to this life based upon your ignorance, trying to be married to Africa and all that economic shit we didn't accomplish, and black people were poor, and all the kids didn't eat, we weren't businessmen. When you have your mind and you die, you're creating a round-trip ticket to this place that you are now addicted to. And you look at all the mythologies, they'll give you hints and signs not to get addicted. There's a sign Shiva has Hanuman build a kingdom for this king. But Shiva tells him, you can admire it once it's built, but don't live in it. He did. He had Hanuman come destroy it. And this was also played out in the movie Willy Wonka, the one with Johnny Depp, which was closer to the book. He made a chocolate kingdom for this king and said, don't live in it. But he did, and of course it melted. What they're trying to tell you in code, and there's many ways we could go in this, do not take residence here. That's what this idea of I'm the traveler, I'm just passing through. It's not like you're traveling to different lands, that you understand that this is not your home. Africa is not your home. This planet, like any other planet, is something you pass through for the sake of alchemy, for spiritual alchemy. So what I hear is people trying to take residence here. So they're broke because if you take residence here, humanity itself is a broke energy. It's an energy that you need to eat every day. It's just the fact that you need to eat every day is cruel and unusual to that which gets eaten. And I'm talking about grapes too. Cruel and unusual. So the very idea of it is sad. So whatever you invest in it, a good economic black man means something has to suffer. You're in the realm of polarity. Something has to suffer for you to be up. That's why for white people to be up, you are suffering now. The process, the enemy here is this: once you finish doing the work. We have built all the pyramids. See, our problem is we don't realize without knock on the head of this Hiram Abiff shit, we don't realize that we've already done the damn deed. We already got the T-shirt. And it's time for us to do things to move on to our next reality. You get what I'm saying? And so when I see broke people, that's just because they choose to invest in what people tell them they are. And that's even from the conscious community. They tell them you're an underdog. The white man's got you. You need an economic plan. Your boys are suffering. Your daughters are suffering. They're killing you. That could have been my child. Trayvon, you go to the long list of what you think is Black Lives Matter. You go through who are you trying to convince of that? But white people, that you exist and you matter. So long as you invest in that, you're going to be fucking broke all day. Long as you think, because, see, for them to tell you from Africa is the way we now say, well, they're from Europe. No, they're a rogue group of people that we created in the cave that we eventually put in Europe that got out and spread over the world. That's who they are. And we own this world. So they took over the world. Chinese people doing their only benefit as you sleep, as the white man put all of these motherfuckers to sleep. You know what I'm saying? So the idea is you're waking up and understanding you have a more holistic reality. And if you start to deal with that holistic reality, it fills in the blanks it puts humanity in its proper perspective. And once you see, you got humanity at the top of the list. Or not you, I'm just saying. Humanity's at the top of the list, and therefore humanity with its natural flaw, if you put it at the top of the list, you're always going to find a flaw. That's the law of rhythm. Every swing to the left is a swing to the right. So how are you going to stay on the left and talk about I'm running Africa? When our law of Tahuti, fourth or fifth law, the law of rhythm, says whatever swing to the left, there's a swing to the right. You can deal with it by the law of neutralization, which is a form of mental alchemy, but ultimately you cannot annul or stop this principle. So for the years that we up and we ran this shit, it's got to be this term. That's the law you say is real. By Tahuti. That's the law. There's a law of polarity. Like and like is unlike. Place where duality has to exist at the same time. That's your law. So how are you mad when you're on the other side of it? You're really just trying to figure out how to keep. So you got the key is the occultist knows to get off this fucking swing of rhythm, of left and right. We have to lose the addiction of humanity. Lose this pride thing. How do we get back Africa? We were Africans. No, we're every fucking thing. We're everything. General Shang came over and started the Chinese. And they get his name from Shango. You get what I'm saying? There's niggas that started. This is all of ours. So let's stop playing ourselves cheap. Everything here is ours. You know what I'm saying? Including the people that we think is taking us over. We created them. We gave them their culture. What we need to do is step up and take control of the vehicle again, and you need to do it with our African science, not our African pride. You know what I'm saying? All this goddamn pride at what you never did. You know what I'm saying? Oh, we had your ass lived in Queens, nigga. Your ass lived in fucking Mississippi, nigga. You ain't did shit. I don't give a fuck how many times you went to visit. You ain't did shit. You ain't from it. You from here. And you're here for a reason. You chose to come here for a reason. Work it out, nigga. Like I said, we do everything including every Negro in Africa, wants to be the Negro in America, and that's facts. We turn our head backwards, they turn their hat backwards. We wear our pants off their ass, they wear their pants off their ass. We start doing the butt, they start doing the butt. So in our ignorance, they're following us. Imagine if we get our sense. That to get our sense is an internal plight. So when I started teaching 10 years ago of people how to internalize some of these things with methodologies so they can have their own personal realizations. And your personal realizations ain't up for debate. Every prescription is different, but you have to find your own prescription. There's nothing outside of you that's going to save you. All things you need dwell within. You just need to know how to walk within that underworld and reach in, take it out. Reach in, take it out, and make it manifest. And when you do that with all your heart, as a pure heart person with no intention, you'll find your humanity is begging to save itself. It doesn't exist only but what you put into it. So when you start ignoring it, it starts to serve you. So I teach my students how humanity can be used to serve them instead of them serving humanity. You get what I'm saying? And when they did that, they find out prosperity ain't nothing. You get what I'm saying? And I know I go on rants. Yes.